Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're gonna learn all about how to communicate with people. This is a skill you need in your everyday life. I decided not to include this in the public speaking series because you need it for school, you need it for work, even also for public speaking. That's why this video is in general for all of you. Most of the times you think you're boring or what you're talking about is not interesting, when all that matters is being you and authentic. That's why in today's video, we're gonna cover anything that needs to do with communication, how to talk to people, how to express yourself. I hope you are buckled up for today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And without further ado, let's get started. Let us first imagine where you communicate to people. There is at school, at work, and doing social events. And what we all tend to do when we are socially shy or when our social battery is not there is that we tend to plan whatever we're gonna say. And the first advice I'm gonna give you here is stop thinking what you're gonna say next. Why? Because this makes you not be in the present moment. Think about this. You are trying to talk to a person, a stranger at a social event or at school on the first day of school. And the first thing you do is whenever they're saying something, you are trying to think of what you're going to say next. So for example, if you brought a subject of a certain topic, like say for example, cars, and this person is talking about something, instead of listening, in your head, you're planning everything you're going to say after that, planning every single joke you're going to make. And that makes the situation, or that makes the conversation not be authentic. It just looks like it was a planned dialogue. The first thing you need to do is do not ever try to not think what you're gonna say next. The words are just gonna come and flow out of your mouth. Listen to what the person is saying, and it's from listening to what the person is saying they're gonna build up what you're gonna say next, not by trying to imagine what you're gonna say next. Here's the example. If I'm as a person, oh, what's your favorite car, or what's the color of your car, or what's your dream car, and the person is telling me all these small details, and for me I'm just thinking, after this I'm gonna say mine, and then after this person finishes saying what their favorite car is and I merely say mine, then the conversation is like a dialogue. So basically, if the person gave you so much details, take one of the details and then build up the next conversation. Like, oh, you like a pink car? I really didn't think pink cars are that much like, because I thought they were like too girly or something like that. And like that, you build up a conversation. Whenever you're communicating to somebody, to a teacher, to a student, try to understand what the person is trying to say first, without trying to put yourself so much in your head, thinking of what I'm gonna say next, which joke I'm gonna crack. They normally come. And also, as you're trying to build up this character, think about when you're talking to your closest friend. Whenever you're talking to your closest friend, you don't think of what you're gonna say next. You're not like there, you're just laughing, and what you say next just flows out of your mind. It flows out of your head. Do the same thing if for a stranger. Try to imagine yourself, oh, this is my close friend, this is a certain person, and let me first listen to what they're saying, and it's from listening to what they're saying that I am going to build up what I'm going to say next. And the second thing that I noticed so much that people who are socially afraid to talk is that they try to make the conversation not about the people that you're talking to. Here's the thing, there's also a disclaimer here. Of course, you do not want to make the conversation self-centered where everything is centered to you, but again, you also don't want to make the person who you're talking to only take what you're saying. So in a conversation, I learned this from watching somebody say, it's giving and taking. I give you something, you take it, you give me something and I take it. And it's not I'm giving and the person is just taking in. Because most of the times we are so afraid of talking about ourselves. It's like when somebody is trying to compliment something or that we have and say, on my days I liked the last video you post. You're like, oh, thank you, but I also like when you did this and this. How do you do it? How was it? How was like this and this? You try to change the topic to the next person, and this, if you do it a lot, it just looks like you're really awkward and you don't want to talk about yourself, which I totally understand. And my advice for this is, when somebody compliments you or say something about you, don't try to beat around the bush and then bring it to them again. Just try to also make a conversation out of it. If somebody comes and is like, oh my days, I read like, it's so nice, congratulations, you got the first grade in class. I'm like, oh my days, yes. And I was so scared, I was so stressed, but I don't know how I did it. It just came out. It's giving and taking. Don't just give and also take. Let a person talk, receive the compliments, of course, and also give them compliments. Don't make it self-centered at the same time, but also don't make them feel self-centered. So if you're talking, it has to be a one-on-one conversation. If you look at people that are good with communication, it's like, one person is saying something, then the other person is absorbing it and then giving back the compliment. And it's like, not every time they're like, oh, I like your hair, oh, I like this, oh, I like your outfit. And it's just the person who's taking whatever you're saying and they're never giving back. It's like, I give you, you're taking, but the person should also give and you should be taking. And here I'm not saying that if a person doesn't give you a compliment, then that's totally off. That's not what I mean. It's just I'm saying, don't try to make it all about them. It's also about you, because it's two people that are communicating, two or more people. So if somebody compliments you, if somebody says something about you, don't beat around the bush trying to change the topic immediately. Try to discuss a little bit about it, then you can move on. And that's my second tip. Do not hide your opinions. Your opinions are the most important thing about you. They're the best things about you, because we in a conversation. One thing I've realized, one thing I thought is that if I want people to like me, I should, to actually feel like they want to talk to me again, I should be yes, or like on the go with everything. And that is totally wrong. If somebody says, oh my days, did you watch the new movie? Like, yes, it's so, like, I liked it. I'm like, I liked it too. When genuinely I didn't like it, then that's not, like, there's no authentic in the situation. Again, whenever I'm talking about this, try to imagine with your closest friends or your close friend. When you're talking to this person, you are generally not, like, you are not yes on the go. Like, she might say something, he or she might say something, and then you also say something, but in a totally positive way. Think about this. A person can come say, oh, did you watch the new movie that came out like last month? It was so good. And you're like, yeah, I watched it, but like, I was so confused. Like, the movie is just super disorganized. Like, maybe at the end it was really good, but it was just so disorganized and I didn't like it. But I prefer like last year's summer movie. If you talk like this, then this makes the situation much more interesting than being on the yes, I prefer this and I like this. And it makes the person or the conversation so boring. Like, for like, you watched the movie, I liked it. Oh, I liked it too. Yeah, me too, I did. I watched it like 3 episodes last night. Yeah, it was amazing. I liked about this and this. I liked the way the guard kind of fell off the hill. Yeah, it was nice. But you are generally not being you, so don't hide your opinion. And also, don't try to make it seem like, oh, if I have my opinion, then people are gonna see me as a negative person or as a contradicting thing that I'm gonna say. Do not ever think that, because it's from this opinion that you build up a connection. That's one thing I found. Because when I'm always on the go, I'm gonna always allow people to dictate what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna be like, yes, I like this. Then there's not authentic, like, not even any single person is gonna want to talk to you. Imagine you're trying to talk to somebody, you generally want to get to know this person, and whenever you bring up a topic, they're just like, oh yes, I did this, yes, I like this too, yes, my favorite hobbies are this and this, and they don't bring up something to kind of backups, to kind of bring like an argument, like a debate to talk about. So do not hide any of your opinions, and also don't try to make it as a negative person, because most of the times people might get it so complicated that you become so negative. Give your opinions, but try not to become so negative. I think we can all think about that person that is, like, for us, it's generally so hard to talk to because the person is literally so negative. Like, I'm talking about this and she's like, no, but like, me too, I think it is like this, but me, I don't prefer this. And it's such a hustle. So when you're trying to give your opinion, try not to make it as negative as possible. Even if it's something that you like, no, I do not like it, be like, no, but don't be like always negative on everything. And don't always see the negative things of a situation. A person can be talking about the way exams are coming up, and all you see is the negative side, but you might fail, but you might not succeed, but you might repeat that class, but you might do this and this. They're always in the buts. That's not what I mean by giving your opinion. Giving your opinion is trying to be yourself. If you didn't like the food, then generally say it. Be like, if you like the food, I actually didn't, and I thought the food was so dry and so hard for me, which I really did not appreciate. I really did not like it. And the person there is not gonna hate you. They're not gonna be like, oh, I hate you for being this and this, or for not liking the food. They're not gonna hate you for that. No, if you think that you're not gonna be likable for giving your opinion, then that's totally wrong, and that's a wrong mindset. Giving your opinion is one of the best things you can do in a conversation, so that it can enhance the conversation more. And this brings you to my next point, that people will not like you for what you're saying, but probably maybe for who you are. This is not trying to say that you're not gonna be likable, everybody's gonna hate you, because let us all be authentic out here. We're not gonna be liked by everybody, because you have different things you like, different opinions we like, and people are gonna judge you not for who you are, but maybe the experiences that I have had in life, the experiences that I have had with you. Because you know what we call bad impression. Let's say you terribly had a bad impression with somebody, and let's say from then on they actually do not like you, then that's totally fine, because not everybody is gonna like us, and we should be gentle with ourselves on this. We shouldn't go in a conversation trying to be likable. So that's what I mean. We should go in a conversation focusing on being ourselves. The thing that generally is covering this video is, do not go in a conversation trying to see the topics you're going to talk about, think of what you're going to talk about. Just be yourself generally. What you like, what you don't like, what you prefer, what you don't prefer. And don't go with the mindset that I should be liked by this person. Like every single time I should be like, focus on being yourself. And it's by being yourself that people are going to see the real authentic you, and they're going to love you. And what I started by this video saying that people are not gonna like you for what you say. Think about it generally. Like, you can say, I don't like this movie, and let me be so for real, people are not gonna hate you because you don't like the movie. That's just not like that. They might not understand you to the level, because we don't understand each other. Because I might like something, I might like rice, but a person who doesn't like rice, I'm gonna be like, what? You don't like rice? You know, I'm not gonna hate the person because they don't like rice. That is literally that makes no sense. So try to stop going into a conversation thinking that what I say is gonna base off the judge. Yes, it is most of the times, but also don't go there thinking, if I need to be on the yes, or I need to maybe try to say no even if I say yes. Be yourself, and don't think that people are not gonna like you because for you say no. Generally, they don't like people. You don't like people because maybe of the way they behave, maybe of their actions, but not of what they say. If I'm talking something and I go, but me, I don't like the movie, it's not, oh, I suddenly hate you, don't talk to me again, don't ever look at me like that. No. And you're not gonna be like 100%. You should go in a conversation, or if you're having a job interview, or if you're trying to interact with strangers, do not go with the mindset of I need to be liked, I need to say everything so that I'm liked. You should go there trying to be authentic, having self-expression, know how to express yourself in the correct manner. We love a good person whenever we have a good relationship, a good conversation with somebody. I like a person who's genuinely authentic, who's being themselves, and that's what I love about a person. We're not gonna be the same, because if we are the same, then we won't be unique. There won't be any uniqueness in the world. This person has a good sense of humor. The other person is really good with deep talks. The other person is so good with short talks and is good with making me laugh. We have different things we like in people, and even as if you're trying to talk to another person, try not to be like, I should like them off from what they say. You should like them from how they say, or from like how they express themselves, which is something you also have to learn. So self-expression and being authentic to yourself. Do not try to be like anybody else. Do not try to be like, I need to say more jokes, even if you're not like that. If that's what you're really looking for, if your thing is being funny and joking around, then do it, but try not to do it a lot. Again, too much of something is always bad. Try to be authentic, self-expression, and do not go there trying to be likable, but go there trying to be yourself. And people are gonna like you for being yourself, not by trying to be likable, by pretending to be another person. Because again, it is so exhausting to be another person, because you're putting a whole different image in front of you that you have to keep practicing it in order for the person to like you, and it becomes generally exhausting, because a person is going to see you in a different angle from what you are not. Because the person might come and totally not like the conversation, because maybe you guys don't have the same interest, you guys don't have the same passion, but at least now they know you for the real authentic you. They did not try to see you as another person, because if they saw you as another person and you crack these jokes that are not even part of you, that you don't even like, every single time you see the person, you're gonna try to behave another way, which is gonna create a really exhausting image when you go to talk to people. So try to be authentic, and also watch more videos on how to communicate so that you can learn self-expression. Now from everything I just said, it might be a little bit for you to think, oh, then if I'm not trying to be liked, now if I'm trying not to be perceived in the person who I am not, then I should close down myself. Maybe I'm a shy person, I really don't like communicating. But my next point is, get off your comfort zone. You are never gonna reach to anything if you don't get off your comfort zone. Think about your first day of school. Would you ever have done it if it was not like because first day of school we are forced to go there. But if you had the choice not to go to first day of school, I bet everybody would not, because number one, it's so stressful, especially at a new school where you don't have any friends. And on the first day of school, most people get off their comfort zone, because I have never been in this setting. I've never been in this school. I'm going to try to communicate with teachers. I'm going to try to communicate with strangers, try to make friends. And it's from then that you build a connection with people. Get off your comfort zone. It means if you're really, really scared, if you're at a social event and you feel like closing yourself off, rethink and be like, no, let me challenge myself to get out of my comfort zone, because that's me getting out of my shell to step ahead. Because even when you grow up, think about it, even as kids, when you grow up, we get off our shell, which are like our parents, our hometown, to go and explore the world, to go to college, to go to university, to go get a new job, to go continue our life somewhere else. We get off this comfort space we created ourselves, this comfort home where our parents raised us. We get off our shell to go explore more ourselves. That's the same thing you have to do with your inner self. Get off your comfort zone. This means that if you're not a person who is so bubbly, if you're not a person who is so communicative, try to challenge yourself. Be like, today, if I'm at a social network, if I'm at a party, I'm not going to close myself off or be on my phone the whole time, or just try to stay with my closest friend and be clingy to her. Let me try to go and talk to another person. And by being this, you should go with the mindset, I'm not trying to be liked. That's number one. Number two, I'm not trying to please the other person. And number three, I should be myself. I should go there thinking I have my own opinions. I am the interesting subject. And also this leads me to my point of saying, you should stop thinking that the topics make you interesting. It's you that is interesting. You should not be like, okay, this topic is trending, that's what we should talk about, or most people talk about this and this. Topics don't make you interesting, is the way you say it. Literally, there's like a topic you can be talking about with my friends. For example, imagine me and my friends talking about our future life. What is so interesting about having a husband or a kid? If I was to talk about it as soon, I'm like, oh, I want to have a husband, and yeah, me too, and that's it. There's like, if you think about it, talking about your future life to a stranger, there's nothing interesting, because again, they do not know a lot of background information about you. So what you're saying to them is not like, oh, you're oversharing to me. But the thing is, it's the way you say it. When you're like, oh my days, man, I can't believe when I have a husband, I have to do all these things. But like my kids, like I'm not gonna have to do this in this step. It's the way you say, the way you express yourself, the way you're authentic and truly what you think. If, for example, for you, having a family, for example, around 25 is not what you want, when the other person is what they want, then discuss about it. It's like, I want to have a family when I'm 30, like when I'm done with everything, or like, but 35 is like too young for me, you understand? It's the way you say something that makes you way interesting. Don't ever think that is the topic that you need. Don't ever think that you need to gossip about people. Don't ever think that you need to talk about a certain topic, a certain person, a certain trend to be interesting. You are the interesting subject. You should go there thinking, it's the way I say things, it's the way I am generally. Think about, I'm sure we can all think about that funny person, but like the funniest person that we can talk to, one of the funniest friends that we have, is 99% of the times, it's not the topic that is interesting, but it's the way they say it. Literally, my friends can say something in the most funniest way when we're talking about, for example, showering, and like if we take night showers or not, and I can be laughing for 5 minutes straight because of the way they say it, because of the way they sounded, because of the way they express themselves, because of their face expression. We're like, oh my days, I don't like that, or like, I'm so scared, and it's so funny. So you shouldn't go there trying to search for topics or googling what are the trending topics, what should I talk to a person, what should I talk on my first date. Go there being yourself. It's the way you say things. If you generally heard something, show it in your face expression too, because it's funny. Again, that's what I meant. Get off your comfort zone. Try to meet new people. Try to talk to new people, and that's when actually opportunities are gonna come in your life. And one thing that I learned from watching a lot of these how to communicate to people videos is networking is gonna get you so far in life, and it starts at school. If you're not watching this at school, then study at work. Networking with people. You can network with a person not knowing if this person is going to be in your future life or not, and the next thing you know, this person is helping you build up a business. You should network, because you never know. Opportunities might present themselves where you're in a social setting where there are a ton of content creators. And if I go and say, let me go talk to this content creator, they might really appreciate your conversation, and they might want to talk to you, and they might want to collab with you on something. You never know. Get out of your comfort zone. Be the real authentic you. The topic is not interesting. It's you that is interesting. It's the way that you say them. And again, you're not boring. It's just because you lack these communication skills. I hope from everything that I've said in this video, I will never ever hear you say, oh, but I don't want to talk to that person. Oh, I'm going to say I'm on my career at a party, I'm not going to talk to people. I need you to communicate with people. I need you to go out and network. It's from there you can find out your future husband. You can find your future wife. You can find your future best friend. You can find your future partner. You can find your future business partner. It doesn't matter as long as you know how to communicate. And you need these skills so much in public speaking. You need these skills so much at school. You need these skills so much at work. You need these skills so much in your daily life. Whenever you see somebody when you're at a bus stop and you're waiting, I want you to talk to that stranger, be like, oh, hi, how are you? How was your day? Was your day good? Oh yeah, my day was also not that good, but I can deal with it. I need you to start knowing how to talk to people. Be authentic, that's number one. Never go there thinking that topics are going to make you interesting. Is the way you say it. And again, throughout this video, I want you to remember talking to a stranger as you talk to your closest friend. That's it. That's generally how I put myself when I'm so scared to talk to people. If it was my closest friend, would I try to look for a topic whenever they're talking? Would I try to think of what I'm going to say next? No. So that's what exactly I'm going to do with this stranger. That's exactly what I'm going to do with this person. And again, leave them space to also talk. Don't be self-centered. Leave them space to talk. And you too, don't just give them. Let them give and take, and let them give you, and you too take, because it goes both ways. It's a one-on-one conversation. Thank you guys so much for watching. This video is in all forms. That's why it's not in the public speaking series or any series. It's just a video for you guys to watch anytime you feel stressed to talk to people, anytime you have to go to a social event, come back and watch this video. I love you guys so much. I hope this helps you in your daily life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I will see you guys back with another video. I love you guys so much. Bye.